Welcome to the deep dive. We're here to take that massive stack of source material you've got and really pull out the crucial intelligence you need.
Yeah, helping to make sense of the chaos. And today we are jumping straight into a really pivotal 3-week stretch in Genoa City. We're talking September 8th right through to the 26th.
It's a period where corporate maneuvering and these deeply personal secrets just collide with maximum force.
It's absolutely critical. The sources show this is a flashpoint. You've got a huge corporate rivalry kicking off Victor Newman versus Jack Abbott, and now there's this terrifying AI involved.
Weaponized AI, no less.
Exactly. And at the same time, a major relationship, Kyle and Claire's, is basically hanging by a thread because of a secret $5 million deal.
Wow.
And the fallout, it looks set to ripple across the whole city.
Yeah.
We're expecting Adam Newman's fury to erupt. Claire's going to lash out strategically.
Yeah.
A lot.
So that's our mission for this deep dive. Untangle those alliances, get into the ethical knots people are tied in, and really expose the hidden agendas driving all this action. We need to go past the headlines.
Right. Beyond just knowing what happened, to understanding the specific strategies, we've got insights into, corporate sabotage, the shady details of Audra and Holden's past, and even the tests Victor's putting people through.
And what strikes me is just how fast everything escalates. Like you said, 1 minute there's this hopeful gesture, a family heirloom, a brooch.
Yeah, Billy giving Sally that brooch.
And then, bam, days later, complete corporate disaster. It really shows how, in Genoa City, personal feelings, personal vendettas, they're always the ammunition in the business world.
Always. So let's start with that professional collapse, because it really does set the stage for, well, everything else.
Okay, so we start with Sally Spectra. She's the brand new CEO of Abbott.com, and her ambition and then, her big failure, that's what kicks off this whole corporate spiral. The sources really paint a picture of intense pressure on her leading up to Monday, September 8th.
Yeah, she's not just planning a party, right? This launch, for her, it's about proving herself. She's new in the role and, well, Genoa City can be pretty skeptical. She needs this win for validation.
And her anxiety isn't really about the business plan or the numbers. It's the people. It's the volatile personalities she knows she can't control.
Absolutely. Which is why she actually pulls Audra Charles aside beforehand.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, she tells her basically, chill out, stay away from Kyle and Claire tonight. Sally knows Audra's instability could tank the whole event before it even starts.
So her first priority is just damage control, not even celebration.
Exactly. Containment.
Yeah.
And that makes Billy's gesture really stand out. He lends her this Catherine Chancellor heirloom brooch for good luck.
That's quite something. It's more than just jewelry.
Oh, totally. It's like a connection to the city's history, to the matriarch of GC business. It's him saying, I believe in you. You belong here. A real symbolic blessing.
It's this peak moment of hope, isn't it? Tradition, blessing, ambition. And it happens right before that ambition just gets completely smashed. It really sets up the spectacular failure to come.
And it proves that even with good intentions, even with symbolic backing, personal vendettas can just wipe you out.
So Wednesday, September 10th arrives, the big night, and the crash is immediate.
Devastatingly low. Sally and Billy get to society, expecting, guests, champagne, music, the works.
And instead,
it's empty. Stripped bare. No decor, no sound, no people. Except one.
Kane Ashby.
Kane Ashby. Standing right there in the middle of the ruin.
And Sally's reaction is just horror, obviously, but Kane's response, that's the key, isn't it?
It's chilling. He says he was worried they wouldn't make it. Worried they wouldn't show up to their own sabotaged party.
The nerve and the fact that he's there in person, that's a deliberate move.
Yeah. Absolutely. It's calculated. Why else stand there unless you want your victim to know exactly who did this to them? It's psychological warfare.
He's making it crystal clear. This isn't just business competition. This is personal aggressive.
And the fallout is immediate. By Thursday, Billy's on the hook.
Yeah.
He has to answer to Jack Abbott about the launch disaster. Sally's the CEO, sure, but Billy's the Abbott name. And Jack's company just got publicly humiliated.
So this immediately escalates things beyond just a rivalry. It becomes tactical warfare. Jack, who's already suspicious of Victor, now has proof that Victor's people, or maybe Victor himself, are playing dirty. Really dirty.
Which brings us neatly to the bigger picture. Victor Newman's strategy. And the sources are really explicit here. Victor's endgame isn't just to compete with Jabot. It's to use Kane's AI software to permanently ruin Jabot and Jack Abbott.
Permanently ruin? That's intense. This isn't about market share.
Right, this is about legacy destruction. Annihilation.
And this AI, the sources call it super-duper AI. Okay, What does that even mean in this context? If it can permanently ruin a company like Jabot.
We're not talking about simple hacking, are we?
No way. This has to be something more insidious, like maybe manipulating their supply chain deep down, or crashing their stock price through market manipulation.
Or maybe weaponizing their own data against them somehow, making their whole operation vulnerable, exposed.
Whatever it is, it gives Victor this asymmetrical advantage. He doesn't need to play fair. He just needs to deploy this AI, and Jack can't even compete anymore.
And something that powerful, it needs absolute secrecy, which puts a huge burden on his inner circle. And right on cue, Thursday, Nick Newman confides something secret to Sharon.
Ah, and the speculation is this secret is about Victor's plan.
The sources strongly suggest it's about this alliance Victor's trying to forge with Kane.
Yeah.
To unleash this AI weapon against Jabot.
That puts Nick in a terrible position. He usually tries to keep some kind of moral compass, right? And now he's holding this secret to maybe his father's most ruthless plot ever.
A plot aimed at Jack, who's important to both Nick and Sharon. It's a huge conflict for him.
Meanwhile, Kane's not wasting any time.
No, he's moving fast. As we get into the next week, the sources say he gets a new ally. Could be Sally, could be Michael Baldwin. The sources mention both as possibilities.
Interesting.
And he starts taking the next steps to actually use this AI plan. He needs support, right?
Yeah.
Legal cover,
Yeah.
maybe insider info, corporate backing. You don't just unleash something like this on your own.
And that need for support leads us straight to Michael Baldwin. He finds himself walking a very fine ethical line here. On Friday, there's this moment between him and Victor.
Yeah, they're sort of clear in the air. Michael had quit working for Victor. He was thinking about Kane's offer.
And Michael sees Kane's offer as a risky move, but maybe an exciting one.
Probably. Could be the challenge, the money,
Right.
the cutting-edge tech. Who knows? But Victor, being Victor,
He sees an angle.
immediately.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't just accept Michael working for Kane.
Yeah.
He wants Michael to go there and spy.
Wow. So Michael goes from corporate lawyer to Victor's personal intelligence agent.
Exactly. Tasked with gathering intel on this superweapon AI that Victor himself plans to use against Jack. The ethical compromise is just massive right from the start.
And the personal cost, too. The sources confirm Michael's going to hide this whole spying thing from Lauren. All fall.
That's the definition of weaponized loyalty, isn't it? Victor knows Michael is loyal, maybe one of the most loyal people to him over the years. And he's using that bond, leveraging it, to force Michael into espionage.
Regardless of the risk to Michael's marriage, his reputation.
Everything. And for you listening, this is potentially the first big crack we're seeing in what's usually one of the most stable relationships in Genoa City. Michael and Lauren hiding secrets like this? That's new territory.
And the fallout from Kane's sabotage hits Sally instantly. As the new CEO, she's facing this ethical problem on Friday. It involved Abbott, Kane, Jack, Billy. The sources say it makes her feel very uncomfortable.
Yeah, that suggests Kane didn't just wreck her launch party and walk away. He's likely using that failure now as leverage against her.
How so? Like offering her a deal.
Maybe an alliance. Or a buyout. Or perhaps a way to salvage her reputation if she betrays Jack and Billy. Whatever it is, it's forcing her to confront her own moral lines, right when she's most vulnerable as a leader.
And this isn't a one-day thing. The struggle carries into week 2. The sources say she's facing deep personal and professional struggles, specifically because Kane is actively making problems for her business.
So she's trying to clean up the mess, probably dealing with Jack and Billy demanding answers, and all the while, Victor's huge power play with Kane's AI is happening right alongside her. She's caught in the crossfire.
This whole corporate storyline really lays out this high-stakes chess game. Victor's using his most loyal people, like Michael,
Forcing them into ethically gray areas,
to get inside information on this dangerous new technology, Kane's AI.
which he plans to use to destroy his biggest rival, Jack.
The brilliance of it, if you can call it that, and the ruthlessness is how Victor makes his allies compromise themselves for him, knowing they probably won't say no.
It really sets a scary precedent for how tech warfare might play out in Genoa City from now on. It's not just business. It's about compromising integrity for power.
Absolutely. The tension is thick. It's not just money on the line, it's morality. Okay, so shifting gears a bit from corporate spying to relationship spying, or at least relationship secrets and tests. Equally high stakes, of course.
Oh yeah. This whole plotline revolves around Audra, Claire, and Kyle. And it really kicks off with a secret that could literally end Audra's career.
Audra's already showing cracks on Monday, isn't she? Venting to Sally about her problem.
Yeah, she's a total powder keg.
Yeah.
Blabbing to Sally about her issues with Claire and Kyle. It shows her professional mask is slipping because of her personal life falling apart. Sally tells her to relax, but
That advice doesn't stick.
not for a second. Almost immediately after talking to Sally, Holden Novak confronts her.
Holden Novak from L.A.
That's the one. He tells her to knock it off with Claire and Kyle. And Audra. She just laughs at him, mocks him about his chances with Claire. She's acting overly confident, almost manic.
Which probably provokes Holden.
Exactly. He hits back hard. He drops the blackmail bomb. He threatens to tell Sally about their shared past in L.A., specifically how he cleaned up Audra's illegal mess.
Okay, illegal mess.
Yeah.
We need to unpack that. That sounds serious. Way beyond just bending some corporate rules.
It implies something criminal, right? Could be fraud, covering up a crime scene, maybe even corporate sabotage that crossed legal lines. Something major.
And the threat is specific. Spill the secret and Audra is done in Genoa City. Career over, social life over. Devastating.
But Holden's motivation here is really interesting. According to the sources, he's not primarily trying to protect himself. He's trying to protect Claire from Audra's manipulations.
So he's using their shared illegal past as a weapon against Audra to defend Claire.
Seems like it. A very risky defense mechanism using blackmail.
While Audra's dealing with blackmail, Claire's turning to Victor for advice. Which makes sense. He sees through schemes better than anyone.
Right. She goes to Victor, tells him she's upset and confused. Kyle kissed Audra. Audra taunted her. And now Kyle's proposed. She's wondering if Victor was right about Kyle being untrustworthy all along.
And Victor's response is classic Victor. He surprises her.
Totally. He tells her, no, Kyle passed his test. Kyle proved himself. Imagine Claire hearing that from Victor Newman.
Massive validation. The ultimate judge of loyalty and strategy says Kyle is okay, more than okay. He passed.
And the proof. This secret deal Kyle offered Victor. A $5 million contract.
$5 million. Okay, let's think about that number. It's serious money, right? Enough to show real sacrifice from Kyle.
But maybe not so much money that Victor couldn't treat it as, well, the cost of a test. It proves Kyle was willing to put significant personal capital on the line to show he was sincere.
And crucially, Victor reveals he was impressed Kyle never told Claire about this deal.
Exactly. In Victor's world, that secrecy is proof of pure intentions. Kyle wasn't doing it for brownie points or leverage with Claire. He did it quietly.
So Victor sees Kyle's silence as protective, almost noble. He refuses to spill the details to Claire, just tells her to listen to her heart. He thinks Kyle passed the ultimate Newman loyalty test.
Kyle, meanwhile, is doing some damage control of his own. He talks to Victoria, admits he messed up, overstepped with the proposal timing.
He regrets hurting Claire?
Yeah, he says he never wanted that. And Victoria, playing the cautious mom role, basically agrees the timing was awful but tells him, just give her space. Let Claire figure things out.
But their main worry isn't just the proposal timing, is it? It's Audra.
Bingo. They're both really concerned about Audra. With Holden's blackmail hanging over her, she literally has nothing left to lose. And people like that.
They can lash out, burn everything down.
Kyle and Victoria are worried she'll cause more trouble. And for Victoria, remember, this isn't just about Claire's feelings. Audra works at Newman Enterprises, or did.
Right. If Audra goes rogue, she could expose company secrets, cause professional damage.
Exactly. So the personal threat from Audra is now also a potential corporate threat for Victoria.
Yeah.
They need to stop her.
Okay, so things come to a head when Claire confronts Kyle directly.
Yep. Kyle starts by apologizing again for pressuring her with the proposal. But Claire's had enough. She's tired of the secrets, tired of Victor hinting about some deal.
She wants answers.
She demands to know. What was the deal Kyle made with Victor? She wants the specifics. Transparency, not this protective secrecy stuff.
And right around the same time, Holden drops his bomb on Claire too.
Yeah, on Tuesday, Holden tells Claire about the illegal mess he and Audra were involved in back in L.A. This is a huge gamble for Holden.
Because it implicates him too.
Seems likely. Claire apparently presses him. Are you protecting yourself? Audra. Someone else. The sources say Holden is worried Claire won't see him the same way after this.
So whatever they did, it reflects badly on his character too, not just Audra's.
That's the implication. And the result is this very tense run-in between the three of them, Kyle, Claire, and Holden. Each one holding a piece of a puzzle that involves the others.
Claire and Kyle are struggling to connect, to see eye to eye through all this.
And the big question hanging over everything is, will Kyle finally break Victor's code of secrecy and tell Claire about the $5 million?
And even if he does, how will Claire react? Will she appreciate the gesture's sincerity, or will she just, flip? when she realizes she was being tested and manipulated by both Victor and Kyle.
So Audra's cornered, blackmailed, relationship over, career on the brink. She doesn't just fade away, though.
No, she's a fighter. What does she do in week 2?
She makes a desperate but calculated move. She goes straight to Nate Hastings.
Nate. Interesting choice. Why him?
Well, think about it. Nate has his own history of questionable ethics, operating outside the usual rules. He's ambitious, maybe a bit ruthless himself.
So Audra sees him as potentially sympathetic, someone who might understand her methods or give her another shot.
Exactly. It's a Hail Mary play to try and stay relevant, stay in the corporate game somehow. She begs him for another chance.
And what about Holden and Claire?
Also in week 2, Claire gets an interesting invitation from Holden.
Interesting. What could that mean if he's just confessed some illegal past?
Right. It's intriguing. Is he trying to build trust now on this new, honest but shady foundation? Maybe inviting her to help him expose Audra further? Or is it just an attempt to win her back personally, proving his sincerity despite the risk? We don't know yet, but it's definitely a development to watch.
So, with all this corporate warfare and relationship espionage going on, it's no surprise the sources point to widespread relationship chaos across Genoa City, often stirred up by characters described as, well, unhinged.
And top of that list, Phyllis Summers. She seems to be operating at peak chaos level right now. On Wednesday, the sources say she grabs control of something.
Vague but ominous, like she's inserting herself into one of these schemes.
Probably. Could be Kane's AI thing, could be the Abacom mess. Phyllis loves to meddle, and she picks her targets quickly. By Thursday, she's already pushing Sally's buttons.
Oh, of course she is. Sally's vulnerable after the launch disaster.
Exactly. Phyllis is giving unwanted advice, probably reveling in Sally's misery. Classic Phyllis.
But the sources use a stronger word for her in week 2.
They do. Unhinged. That's a significant descriptor. It suggests she's really pushing boundaries. Still going after Sally, but also, critically, she gets into hot water with Kane.
Ooh, getting on Kane Ashby's bad side right now sounds like a terrible idea, especially with his ruthless AI plans.
Incredibly dangerous. It confirms her meddling isn't just social needling, she's likely crossed into his business or financial schemes somehow.
And her behavior's so off the rails, she's even pushing Nick away. Nick, who keeps warning her about Kane.
Yeah, Nick's apparently told her repeatedly to cut bait and run from Kane. He sees the danger, but she's ignoring him. It just highlights how self-destructive she's being.
And historically, when Phyllis is called unhinged, it usually means she's about to do something really out there, maybe illegal.
Definitely not just breaking social rules. And speaking of which, we can't forget the looming wedding. Danny Romalotti and Christine Williams.
Oh boy. Phyllis is not going to let that happen peacefully.
It's not a chance. The sources say the wedding planning takes an unexpected turn, given Phyllis's current state. You have to expect some kind of classic, destructive Phyllis intervention aimed squarely at ruining their happiness.
That feels almost guaranteed. A high-drama moment fueled by her unhinged state.
And the fallout from all this main plot drama, it's hitting other relationships too, ones that seem more stable, like Mariah and Tessa.
What's happening there?
Mariah makes a major confession to Tessa, and the sources hints this isn't a small thing. It could potentially push them from just being separated towards actual divorce.
Wow. After everything they've been through, that confession must be serious. A fundamental breach of trust.
It has to be something deep, maybe related to work, motherhood, or maybe someone else. It signals real, potentially irreparable damage to a core couple.
And complicating things even more, Daniel.
Yeah, Daniel's apparently openly flirting with Tessa now. He's getting ready to play a new song for his dad, Danny.
The one Tessa helped write.
Exactly. And he's praising her lyrics, her melody, calling them beautiful just like her.
Okay, that's not subtle at all.
Not even a little bit. Is his timing just terrible, or is it calculated? Is he genuinely interested, or maybe using her vulnerability? Perhaps even trying to get at Mariah through Tessa, given their tangled family and business ties.
It adds another layer of pain and tension right when Mariah's relationship is already fragile.
Definitely. And just to circle back quickly, Nick warning Phyllis about Kane, again, really underscores how dangerous that whole AI situation is perceived to be, even by those on the periphery. Nick knows Kane could destroy people, and he's trying and failing to get Phyllis out of the line of fire.
Okay, so now we get to what feels like a hidden fuse, just waiting to be lit. Billy Abbott.
Yep. In week 2, Billy starts making risky moves. And crucially, the sources say he gets involved. He starts tangling with Chelsea Lawson-Newman and Adam's relationship.
Oh, Billy. No, That sounds like classic self-sabotage. Why would he do that?
Good question. Is he trying to protect Chelsea from Adam in his misguided way? Or is it just a distraction from his own failures with Sally in the Abitcom disaster?
Whatever the reason, it's risky for him, too. The sources say this meddling directly threatens his relationship with Sally.
Yeah, Sally needs support right now, not more chaos courtesy of Billy.
But the real danger here isn't just Billy's relationship with Sally, it's Adam.
This is the trigger. The sources have been clear from early on. Adam Newman is going to get really angry. His fury erupts.
And Billy messing with Chelsea and their son, Connor, that's the direct spark.
Looks like it. That's the catalyst. But you know, Adam's anger is never simple. It's likely amplified by everything else going on.
Right, like the corporate stuff. If Victor's AI plot is causing problems for Newman Enterprises, or if Billy's actions create some kind of public scandal involving Chelsea or Connor.
Adam's response won't be contained. It'll be a mix of corporate revenge and deeply personal payback.
And when Adam's fury erupts, it rarely hits just one target.
Exactly. It could mean immediate devastating consequences for Jabot, for Billy personally, maybe even for Sally and what's left of Abitcom. Billy's risky moves aren't just risky for him. They're about to unleash a storm.
A storm led by Adam Newman, who's known for his scorched earth approach when he feels wronged. This feels like the biggest potential explosion waiting to happen as this 3-week period wraps up. Hashtag outro. Okay, so looking back at this intense 3-week period, September 8th to the 26th, it really is a perfect storm of corporate backstabbing and personal revenge in Genoa City. Let's quickly recap the 3 main engines driving all this drama that we've kind of synthesized today.
Yeah, first you've got the massive corporate stakes. Victor isn't just playing business. He's aiming for total annihilation of Jabot using Kane's super-duper AI. It's turning corporate rivalry into actual warfare, with tech as the weapon.
Second, the secrets are driving so much action. You have Holden and Audra's illegal mess from LA, which is pure blackmail fuel. And then Kyle's $5 million deal with Victor meant sincerely, but the secrecy required might destroy his relationship with Claire anyway.
And third, there's the huge emotional price tag on all of this. Claire's totally confused about who she can even trust. Sally's facing this immediate, painful ethical crisis after the sabotage, and lurking beneath it all is Adam Newman's anger, just ready to explode and cause widespread damage. These emotional costs, they guarantee instability long after these deals are done.
What really jumps out, I think, is how loyalty is constantly being twisted and used as a weapon. You see Victor pushing Michael Baldwin's deep loyalty to the breaking point, making him a spy.
Right, and at the same time, Kyle tries to prove his loyalty to Claire through this grand secret financial sacrifice. It's like loyalty in Genoa City is always being tested, measured, and manipulated.
It's the ultimate currency, maybe even more than money.
Absolutely. Which leads us to a final thought for you, the listener, to mull over. It goes back to Michael Baldwin and that AI threat. Victor wants to use this tech to ruin Jabot permanently. But powerful weapons historically rarely stay contained or controlled by just one person.
So when this conflict eventually escalates, and it seems inevitable, and it threatens to expose everything Michael is hiding, the spying, the nature of the AI itself, where will his true loyalty lie?
Will it be to Victor, the one who demanded he compromise himself? Will it be to Lauren, who expects honesty? Or will it be to his own sense of integrity, the one he's already putting at risk?
Ethical tightrope Michael's walking. Right now, that seems like the most dangerous place in all of Genoa City.
Thanks for diving deep with us today.